Welcome to Kidmissing TV. Today we're going to talk about the case of Bonita, Bonnie Bickwit, and her boyfriend Michael Weiser. Bonnie was 15 and Michael was 16 when they vanished from Narrowsburg, New York on July 27th, 1973. There is a website, mitchelandbonnie.com. I will link it in the description. Okay. Bonnie was working at a summer camp and had asked for the day off because she wanted to go to a music festival with Mitchell. She'd work every day, and the one day she asked for off, they didn't give her. She was upset. I think anybody would be. And she quit. She walked off. Her and Michael did get together. It's believed that they may have hitchhiked in an attempt to make it to the music festival. Now, interestingly, though, what was I gonna say? Some sources differ on the circumstances of her leaving her job. Some say she just went into work that morning and quit. I think the former is more likely, that she asked for the day off, because they said she was a very reliable worker, young lady, and it just didn't, from what I read about her, it didn't add up that she would have just abruptly gone in and quit for no reason. The festival was called Summer Jam at Watkins Glen, New York. I don't know how far the two are apart from each other. Initially, Mitchell was supposed to go with his buddy Larry, but Larry's mother found out about the trip and flipped her lid. She said, absolutely not. So Mitchell said, Bonnie, why don't you come with me? Because Bonita was known as Bonnie. And again, when she was asked, she asked for time off. Her boss said no. Mitchell was 5'7" when they vanished. He weighed 140 pounds. He had blue jeans, a t-shirt, and boots. Mitch had brown shoulder-length hair, hazel eyes, and wears gold-rimmed metal eyeglasses. He also had a scar on his left lower lip, and discolored upper front teeth. When Bonnie was last seen, she was just 4 feet 11 inches tall. Excuse me. And weighed 90 pounds. Like Mitch, she was wearing jeans and a t-shirt. Bonnie has brown hair and brown eyes. Initially, it was thought they ran away together to get married or something. But I guess this was ruled out. In the fall of 1973, Bonnie's mother, Ray, R-A-Y-E, received a letter from an Indian reservation in South Dakota asking for a donation. And she knew that the kids were interested in Indian affairs and living among and liked the idea of living among the Indian community, and she thought maybe that's why. So she sent flyers to reservations and mission schools because they were both still in high school. Years later, when Mitch's family moved to Arizona, they paid to list their new phone number in the Brooklyn telephone directory in case their son was alive and ever wanted to reach out. 13 years following Bonnie and Mitch's disappearance, Mitch's dad, Sidney, received a collect call from someone identifying herself as Bonnie. But the caller abruptly hung up after he greeted her, and she has yet to be identified. Sidney blamed himself for being too enthusiastic and scaring the caller off. But likely it was only a heartless prank. We don't know that for sure. That's just what has been stated. A lot of evidence states that shows that they didn't just run off. I don't know what that evidence is, because they weren't clear, except that they know Mitch was about to take his driver's test and was very excited about that, as any 16-year-old boy would be, or girl. And as he was leaving, he told his parents, "See you Monday." So he was obviously planning to return. Another theory was someone said that they had picked the couple up, them and their friend, I guess, and they had gone swimming, and I guess Bonnie started to drown. He tried to save her, and they both drowned. I'm not buying it. Because unless you drowned them, why wouldn't you call police for rescue? That's just my opinion. At first, authorities thought it might be credible, this ridiculous story, but pretty soon they figured out that it was not. There was a potential suspect, a serial killer named Robert Garrow, who had been in trouble since 1961, when he had been jailed for rape. Then in July of 1973 was his killing spree. He raped and killed 16-year-old Alicia Hauck, H-A-U-C-K, in Syracuse on July 11th of 1973. Well, Syracuse is a long way from the area north, north of the city. Syracuse is way, way, way up. But anyway, 3 days later he murdered a Daniel Porter, a Susan Petz, in Weavertown in Warren County. On July 29, 1973, he stabbed Philip Domblewski to death at a campsite in Wells, Hamilton County. So this guy was all over the place. I'm going to try to explain this. I just spent 2 weeks in Saratoga/Warren County. Because my family lives in Saratoga County, but right on the line of Warren County. And their counties are smaller up there. And that is a long haul from Syracuse. That is like 4 hours at least from Syracuse. That is where the city of Glens Falls is, the town of Queensbury, which I spent a lot of time in both while I was there. That's Warren County. Not a place you'd expect a serial killer to be running around, truthfully. It's small, it's touristy, because you're talking Lake George. Again, small, touristy. What's not touristy is farm. So it's not an area you'd expect a serial killer. So it kind of surprised me when I was reading it. He was actually apprehended by a state forest ranger, if that tells you anything about the area that he was in. They say there's a small chance this dude could have killed them. In other words, they're not so sure about that. Again, I want to thank BonnieandMitch.com, Mitchelandbonnie.com, sorry, for a lot of the information. If you have any information, you can call the Sullivan County Sheriff's Office at 1-845-807-0732. I'm not looking at a map of New York at the moment. I wish I was, and I could tell you the distance. What I might do, actually, is in the description, I'll give you the distances, like from Syracuse to Warren County, that town in Warren County, and to Sullivan County, where they were from, just so you get an idea. Because the counties in New York, and that was something I had a hard time with when I was up there, they're so small. I live in Massachusetts. I live in the largest county in my state. We're the entire center of the state, top to bottom, and out about that wide on the map. It's huge. So seeing the counties there was a completely different, sort of a culture shock experience. Especially as it concerns the weather reporting and stuff, had me baffled. So I will write those distances. In fact, I will make a note in between cases here to note those distances in the description. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and God bless you.